What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy, SumnSumnSumn. Hit the keys. Here today to do a quick demo over Falcon 26. That's right, Falcon 26 is in the building. It's been a great 7 days for us musicians, that's for sure, with all the stuff that's come out. A quick disclosure, UVI is the sponsor of today's video, but no worries, they have no say over anything I'm gonna do in the video, and they won't see the video till you see the video. So let's go ahead and hop in here, check out Falcon 26. As you see here, it is currently on sale for half off. This is a free update to all existing users, but it is currently half off until November 3rd. So you can get Falcon for $149. This is a phenomenal synthesizer. I've done tons of reviews on this, expansion packs, all kinds of stuff. I absolutely love Falcon. And not only can you get half off on Falcon currently, but you can also get buy one, get one free on all of the expansion packs for Falcon. So again, you can't beat that. There's a ton of them. They've got 4 new expansion packs right here. Afro Pop, Atmospherics 2, I can't talk apparently, Escapism, and Modular Waves. We'll go over some of those in today's demo as well. So let's hop into FL Studio. Bam, I got FL Studio pulled up right here. This is what Falcon looks like in all its glory. I basically made a little demo beat using, because there's 100 new sounds in the 2026 preset tour for Falcon. So I used a lot of those, and I used one of the sounds from Atmospherics 2. But this sample beat goes like this. And they kind of got guitars and stuff in here too. So I got like a little guitar in here. So I like a lot of the new sounds in the Falcon 26, that's for sure. But it's not all the way mixed down, but let's go. All right, guys, so that was the first little demo beat I cooked up for you guys today. Let's go ahead and hop back into Falcon, FL Studio, check this thing out a little bit more. All right, so as you see here, I've got Falcon pulled up. I'm just gonna play this sound because I did pull one of the sounds from Atmospherics 2. So I just wanna play this sound because I did use this sound in my beat. So we'll go through more of the presets on that later, but very, very, very fire tool. Let's get into some of the new things in Falcon though. So they've got this new thing called Phase Shaper, and I kind of use this for my bass in this beat. Let me go ahead and go down a couple of octaves real quick. All right, so what I wanna do is we're gonna come up here and we're just gonna open up a new version of FL Studio. That way we can just show you every oscillator and everything from scratch. So not gonna save that. Let's go ahead and open up a new version of Falcon real quick. Now that we have Falcon open, we can get started. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna show you how to use some of these new oscillators and some of this new stuff. So let's pull this mapping up real quick. Wow, and they've got all these new oscillator types. So they've got grains, they've got this Suprasaw, but we're gonna focus on the Phase Shaper first. So the Phase Shaper, bam, we're gonna drop it in here, and then we're gonna open up the key groups all the way real quick. We'll drop this window down, and so now we're here. So this is what it sounds like to get started. All right, but you've got a lot of stuff you can mess with. So we can start throwing with this swing. We don't want too much swing, no. We got symmetry. We've got shape. We've got scale. We've got fuzz. got inflection. Def. I don't know, man. I could always go for a sound like that. It just takes me back to like Double Dragon or something like that, you know? And then with this, you also have different waveforms that you can go through. This is kind of fire. This might be my favorite thing in this new Falcon update. This is fire though. So you guys kind of get the idea with this. So let's go ahead and take this one off real quick. So blah, we'll just come up here, X this off. So for me, the next synthesis piece that I kind of like is this 808 bass drum. So bam, we can drop this into mapping again. So after we drop this into mapping, it's already got, that's key group one, I guess. Boom. So we'll open this key group all the way up. And then you'll notice that we have a kick, you know what I'm saying? So with this, you got a few different things you can do with the kick. You've got transients that you can shape right here. So you can go soft or punchy. You've got tone controls over here. And then you've got decay over here. So that's pretty solid. And then you also have bass right here. So you can do this the same, soft, normal, or punchy. And then you have soft too. So that's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, it's pretty self-explanatory. It allows you just to kind of shape whatever it is that you want to with a kick and an 808. But let's go to the next step here. So they've dropped this new tube amp, and this tube amp is fire. So let's just go ahead and come over here into effects. Let's drop this tube amp into effects right now. So this is also new too. So now that same 808. Without the tube amp. You know? And then with this tube amp, you can really drive it if you want to. So we can push up this input voltage. We can also boost the drive right here. We can turn up the bass, we can turn up the treble, scoop the mids a little. And then obviously you'll be able to use it on the kick too. So that sounds really good, you know what I'm saying? Once you start mixing some of these effects in here with this, because again, this is what the kick sounds like. Now, once we get that tube amp on there, so you can see, you can really start using these tools together and you can really start shaping some fire sounds for real. But let's go ahead and get on to the next new oscillator that's in here. So let's go ahead and take this one off real quick. Blah, we'll get rid of the 808 bass drum. Now we're gonna come over here and we're gonna pull up mapping again, and we're gonna pull out this where is it at? It's Suprasaw. I'm in the wrong thing. Suprasaw. So this thing is cool too as well. I mean, all this stuff is pretty good in this update, but this is pretty cool too as well. Because with this is basically, I think you can get up to 24 different saws in here. So it's just the basic saw sound. But we can get into stereo spread. Sounds pretty wonderful to me if you want me to be honest with you. And then you've got different modes you can go through. So with these different modes, it's going to move different notes around, up and down different octaves, or it's going to give you fifths or different stuff like that. Sounds really good to me. This is my favorite one of all the modes because you go down in the center and then you go up to, so it like really spreads out that wave for you. You can blend it. And then you can control how many oscillators you want, or how many Suprasaws you want. So we would see that's up to 24. You can detune it. Then you can control the curve. And then you have your modulation controls over here. So this is pretty cool. Again, if you're trying to get you a super thick saw, or you want to, you know what I'm saying, mess with some different stuff. They have some different things you can mess with over here too. Or just some different presets, I guess. So, you know what I'm saying? As you guys can see, this is pretty fire. So I guess while we're here and we have this pulled up real quick, let's just go ahead and go back to the default. Let's spread it out a little bit. All right, so let's go ahead and check out, they got this new reverb, this Bloom reverb. So with this Bloom reverb, this is based off of a third-party delay that they put out. I haven't really used this much, so we're gonna kind of go through this together. But now this is what it sounded like before I put Bloom on there. Now once I throw Bloom on there, we can raise the size of that, the shape of that a little bit. Just turn the pre-delay up. So you've got different modes and different stuff for like the modulation. So let's turn this up. So you guys can hear all that reverb loveness going on there, right? So this is pretty solid too. All right, while I got this up, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up, they've got this new Vowel Filter. So let's go ahead and put this Vowel Filter up. If you're not familiar with what a Vowel Filter is, it kind of makes the sound that you're using sounding like an A or an E or whatever, but it's still gonna have some of its original characteristics. So you see how it changes up this saw to now you can morph this and you can change the normal formats. You got different filter modes. Let's go ahead and put it on low pass filter. And you can change the number of formats. And then you got different kinds. So you got E's, You've got A's, I's. And then you got O. So that is also another fire tool in Falcon. You know what I'm saying? It's just that right there. Very, very solid Vowel Filter. And then up next, we have this grains oscillator, but it's for sampling. So we can drop this here, but I'll do the same thing, stretch out those key groups. What I'm gonna have to do is drop a sample in here. So I don't really have a lot of samples on this computer, so you guys are gonna have to bear with me. I'm gonna grab a busted sample, but we'll use this. So we can drop this here, bam. And so now it's in play, right? So now we can play it. So it's just pulling part of that sample, but we can change the position of the sample. So we can make it come back to the beginning if we want to. Go up an octave. All right, sounds pretty basic, but now you have controls over like direction. You got control over speed. And then you got size, like the size of your grains. The density. You can control the width. I guess I gotta turn the grains on though, huh? Ha ha ha. Then you can control the width. Now you got control over here with like voices, spread, detune, reverse, jitter, all that stuff. See, now we start to get to working with grease. We're cooking with grease now. See, you can start doing all kinds of weird stuff with this grain oscillator. Look at this. You detone them. You can just do a lot with this. I haven't really dove into it yet to be an expert to give you guys that, but I want you guys to see it because this is pretty cool. All right, guys, they've got two modulators. I'm not really going to go over those, but they have a flow noise modulator, which is supposed to give you like a drift on your synthesizer to make it sound more of like an old school synthesizer, how sometimes the filter will drift in and out of place. That's what it's supposed to replicate. And they have a voice modulator too as well. But they still got some more fire in this update before we get to the expansion. So another thing that I really like, as you see here, let's go over to events. Now let's go to our scripts. And as we get into our scripts, you'll see they've got all the arpeggiators and everything here. Well, they've got a new chord generator now. Drop this chord generator up into here. After we drop this into here, you can clearly tell there's some chords up here now. So we turn this off, push a button. Now turn it on. Let's go ahead and change this to D minor though. Unlock that. All right. Right. All right. So that's cool. But you can come down here and start adding more notes. We're not going to add all that though. We'll take some of these off. So, okay, that's pretty cool. But what we can start doing now is we can offset the velocities. We can change the time so we can make them kind of strum. Oh, no, I'm sorry, that's with the curve. pull it back a lot more. So that's pretty cool. We can really curve it up. So now you're making like a little arp here with that curve. So that's cool. But then we get into, oh yeah, and you can go backwards too. So let's get the curve right. Now what's nice about this though is this other part over here, because you can sequence how you want the notes to come in, like how it's basically it's an arp for the chords in the chord generator. You know what I'm saying? So like I can come down here and mess with all this stuff. Oh, let's leave this high. This is just terrible, terrible representation, but you know. But now if I push it down, right? And we can change the time signature of that. So we can make it go up to an eighth, and we can make them go at different times too. So, you know, that is pretty solid in itself. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I really rock with this. This update is fire. So now before we get out of here, let's go ahead and check out some of these sound banks. So as you see here, they've got 4 new libraries. They've got this Afro Pop. They've got this Modular Waves. They've got, let me go ahead and get this out of here. Take this down. Atmospheric and Escapism. So we're going to start here with Atmospheric and just check out some of these presets real quick because they're fire. And we'll just load one up so we have something here. Just fire. Bro, these are some fire presets. All right, so those are some of the presets and atmospherics too. Obviously, those all sound fire. And don't forget, these are buy one, get one. So this is what Escapism sounds like. Oh, I didn't highlight anything in here. We'll go through some at random on this one. So then obviously those are some presets for Escapism. I probably should have pulled Escapism up here while I was doing that, but that was all from Escapism, the second one. Very fire. All these expansion packs also have 100 presets in them. Now this Modular Waves though, sheesh. This one's fire. If I could use more of these sounds in my music, I would really rock with this. Cause this stuff sounds fire. Man, all of these presets sound thick. Pause. Yeah, yeah. And then the last kit or expansion that they have would be this Afro Pop. So it sounds like that. That's what BR Tide sounds like. These are all basses. You got drum rhythms. Hold on. I wonder if it's a different rhythm per key. Oh, no, it's just a one note. Okay. So it's a kit. Oh, you see how Notes did me? It wanted to get in the video so bad. This is kind of fire. That's what I got for you guys in today's video. What are my final thoughts on Falcon 2026? Well, it is fire. I love me some Falcon. I love me some Falcon. I love the new features. I love the new oscillators, especially the one where you can make your own bass with those waves and you can start freaking it and getting it to sound all, you know what I'm saying, super gnarly. Love that. Love the generator. Love the new sounds. I mean, I really rock with Falcon. It's definitely, for me, it's a must-have synthesizer. And for 150 half off, you really can't beat that. You know what I'm saying? So I would recommend Falcon 2026 to everybody. It's just a fire synthesizer. All the effects in there are phenomenal. And that's part of what makes Falcon so fire, is that you're getting third-party VSTs in the actual synthesizer, on top of all the fire sounds, all the scripts, all the oscillators, everything that you can do in this plugin. It is definitely top tier. So make sure, if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell, so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. I appreciate you guys' time as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Sum, hit the key.